Now let's say the sugar industry. So this is also the second agro-based industry, or it is the second largest organized sector in the country. And India is the second largest producer of sugarcane after Brazil in the world. Now first let's see the products. So what are the products of this sugar industry? So the main product is sugar, and fairly a large amount of this sugarcane is also used to produce gur and khansari in our country. Then byproducts. So there are three byproducts from the sugar industry. That's molasses, bagasse and press mud. Now what is molasses? It is a dark colored syrup that is obtained in the manufacture of sugar. And this particular molasses, it's used for making alcohol of a chemical and the synthetic rubber. Second one, bagasse. Now what is this bagasse? It is the leftover, or you can say the rejected cane after crushing, and it is used to produce steam as a source of power in the sugar mills, or it is also used to make paper and cardboard. Then the last one is a press mud. So it is also the byproduct of the sugar industry. Okay, and this is used for making shoe polish and wax. So now let us move on to the centers, cheap centers in North India. So this particular industry is distributed both in North India and South India. So first let's see North India. So in North India there are two important cities, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. So in Uttar Pradesh you have Kanpur, Sitapur and Lucknow, and in Bihar the important are Muzaffarpur and Darbhanga. So now what are the factors, okay, that have favored the development of this sugar industry in northern India, especially in the states of UP and Bihar? So you can refer your book 173, okay. So first one is these two centers, I mean like the states, they grow a large amount of sugarcane. So therefore there is a supply of raw material for the industries. Then second one, they get the supply of coal. Okay, they draw the requirement of coal from Jharkhand. That's a source of power. Then point number 3 is they are well linked by the transport, means the railway lines. So therefore there is a import, or you can say the transportation of goods from the centers, from the city or from the state to the other part of the country. The next one, the next factor, number 4, presence of skilled labor. So skilled laborers are available in these two states, okay, that these laborers, they work in the sugar mills. Then the last one is Kanpur, okay. Kanpur is a cheap distributing center, okay. There is a cheap distributing center and marketing center for the sugar industry in northern India. So these are some of the facilities enjoyed by the North Indian sugar industries. Then the other centers are, or other states are, apart from Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, it's Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal and Punjab. Now let us see the factors, the problems faced by the North Indian sugar mills. You can see here problems pertaining to North Indian sugar producing states. So the North Indian, the sugar mills are faced with certain problems. So what are those problems? Number 1, small and uneconomic size of sugar mills. So the sugar mills in the North India, okay, are usually very small. The size of the land holding is very small. So as such, the cost of production goes higher, and the production of the sugar is also means the less. The product is less. Number 2, fluctuation in the output of sugarcane. So as you know, sugarcane is an agricultural crop. So therefore, this particular industry is seasonal in nature. That means they get the raw material only during the certain season, and that too it depends on the monsoon in India. Number 3 is high transportation cost. As most of the mills in northern India, okay, they are located far away from the from the sugar fields. They are located away. So there is a high cost of production leading, a high cost of transportation leading to the high cost of production. Then number 4 is poor quality cane. So in North India, the sugar cane is of poor quality. That means the sucrose content is less. Then number 5, the North Indian mills are using, or they use, outdated and worn out machinery. So they are still using the old technique of production, and these old technique of production often leads to wastage and a loss. And number 6 is the short crushing season. The crushing season is short in northern India, and as you know that this particular industry, it functions only during the it's a seasonal. That means when they get raw material, they work, and rest of the time the mills are either closed, okay, or like they have to remain idle. So therefore, since short crushing season is short, there is a great the rush during the harvesting time. So they get raw material only during the harvesting season. So now let us move on to South India. So this particular sugar industry, it has a tendency to migrate towards South India because of the certain factors. So yeah, suitability of the South for sugar production. So number 1 is a tropical climate. Like South India, they experience maritime climate, free from summer low and winter frost, and this is very much ideal for the growth of sugar cane. Number 2, the sucrose content is higher as compared to North India. In North India, the sucrose content was less, but in the South Indian sugar cane, the sucrose content is higher. Then the crushing season is also long, okay, long crushing season, whereas in North India it was short crushing season. Then number 4, cooperative mills, sugar mills are better managed. That means there is a proper management of these mills in southern India, as it is managed cooperatively. Then the last one is mills are equipped with modern machineries. That means they are using the modern technique of production, and therefore the sugar production is also high in southern states.